Greetings to each and every one of you here that are the sound of my voice. You all are welcome to this meeting. My name is Dr. Victor Abalson. I am a medical doctor, retired though, and now a business consultant with this organization, Century 21 Freedom Group International. I want you to pay absolute attention to what I'll be showing you. I joined this great organization that was in 2016 when I was struggling with life, working in 3 different hospitals. But thank God I got connected to this organization, and that was how my life got transformed. I'm going to move on quickly so that I don't waste so much time. I'm going to share my screen. Make sure you stay to the end of this meeting and pay absolute attention. You can be writing things down as I'm unveiling the vision of the organization. What is our vision? The vision of the organization is to raise financially free people who will help to raise other financially free people that will collectively use their resources and finances to affect the world positively. And we have a mission. What is our mission? Our mission is to raise 50,000 monthly millionaires in connected economy and usher in the next generational world changers. Now, some of you will be asking, why is this vision launched? This vision was launched because of what is going on now in our economy and presently even in the world as I speak. We are planning to create a family of millionaires using our system who will use their wealth collectively to affect the world positively. Now, the question now is how? How do we get this achieved? Because we have an understanding of how wealth is created. Wealth creation is by understanding. And we'll discover that the secret of wealth creation is by understanding what? Time and season. We did a research. After the thorough research, we discovered that the richest people in the world, they position themselves in what is going on in time and season. Listen carefully. Revolution has been happening in different stages in the world. And guess what? Whenever any new revolution starts, people that position themselves in what is happening in the world, they became the most successful people of the era. Now, as I speak to you now, it is happening every decade. Once in every decade, that's once in every 10 years, something huge comes into the world. And people that position themselves in that new thing that came into the world become the most successful people of the era. I'm going to explain it with this graph I'm showing you on the screen. This I'm showing you is actually online. The revolution that has happened from the late 18th century to where the world is now. Follow me carefully. I have to go back. Let me go back. Before 18th century, the world were in a season called agricultural revolution. During agricultural revolution, guess what happened? People wake up in the morning. What they are thinking is to go to farm. Nobody thinks of going to school or going to anywhere, going to offices, but farm. If we check during the agricultural revolution, who are the richest people in the world? Farmers. From agricultural product, guess what happened? Industrial revolution started. Another season to create wealth. How did it start? Factories, industries, organizations started coming out in the world. Guess what happened? The pioneers of this industry, they have enough land, they have enough raw material, but they couldn't thrive in industrial revolution because they were having a shortage. Shortage of what? Shortage of manpower. Guess what the pioneers of this industry did? They gathered themselves in a meeting. In that meeting, they gathered themselves. They said that the only solution is for all the pioneers to go and build mandatory public schooling. After building that mandatory public schooling, they came and made it compulsory that all the families will provide one person that will be going to school. Meanwhile, remember that was on a season of what? Agricultural revolution. So most people in the world, nobody believed in the new season that started. Most people were running away from what? Entering the next season that started. And there is another season to create wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember during this era, one man will marry 5 wives so that this wife will give birth to more children that will be going to what? Farm. So when the new season started, most people did not believe in it. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what happened? When this compulsory decision the pioneers made didn't work, they came out with a second approach, which that was when they started saying that anybody that will go to school, get his grade, get his qualification and come out. Once you come out, we employ you, give you clothing allowance, feeding allowance, hospital allowance. those promises they were giving you then, it's not because they like you. The vision of the pioneers is for you, listening to me, to help them achieve their own dream in the industry, and then they will keep you comfortable for 35 to 40 years. Imagine somebody taking 40 years of your life. You can see the outcome. You have already lost everything. But there are few people that position themselves in that season. Immediately they are finishing from education. If we check that out, once you finish from school, do you go and look for job? No, job is already waiting for you. So that means as they are finishing from school, their job is already waiting for them. So once the pioneers of this industry employ them, they will put them in a big mansion, give them an official car. Guess what? They start serving you tea, giving you bags of rice, because that was our dream. Your dream is a house, a car, so the pioneers will give it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was how people started seeing people that went to school. And people started accepting that education is the key for a brighter future. And that season took up to 100 years. Check the graph. That time it entered every part of the world, and the whole world accepted that what education is the key for a brighter future. If you check anybody that went to school between 1880 to 1980, check it. You will discover that these are the people today. These are the people that are the CEOs of different organizations, and guess what? These are the people that are living a good life. But ladies and gentlemen, guess what happened? It was this season. Do you know what happened? In the 1979-80, another season started. This season that started, that was season of computer revolution. Who are the people that started it? People like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Dell, they started it. In fact, they even dropped out of school and started this new revolution. However, most of us are still in what? Education, and some of them are in agriculture. Ladies and gentlemen, because they wanted this season, this revolution, to enter every part of the world. That was how they shortened this revolution and moved into internet revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what happened? People that positioned themselves in internet revolution became what? The world billionaires. However, you and I are still in industrial revolution. Now, hear this. Each revolution always gives birth to the next revolution. So immediately, internet revolution gave birth to information revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, that was when millions of people that have gone to school, gotten their grade, gotten their qualification, they came out. No job. Why is there no job? Because information revolution is an era of you what? Get the information, get everything you need yourself. But industrial revolution is an era of you what? Become a professional. Ladies and gentlemen, during information revolution, most of us started what? Blaming his government that caused how things are. People are not getting a job. People started blaming government. Meanwhile, they don't know anything about the time and season. Ladies and gentlemen, some of us started upgrading our qualification to master's, PhD, ICANN. Do you know that the higher you upgrade your qualification today, the more difficult it is to get a job? And people are asking, what is happening? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the reason. The reason is simply because the things that will take place of our job have started manifesting on earth. Take a look on this screen. This is a big factory. People used to work in this factory. Guess what? But today, no single human being are working there. If you check before, cultivation, if you want to agriculture, it's human being that does, but today you can see machines. One tractor will do the work of 1,000 men in the space of one day. Ladies and gentlemen, even sucking the milk of a cow today, we have a machine that does it. Some of us will say, I'm an architect, I'm a builder, I'm this, I'm that. But do you know that an architect, a civil engineer, today we have a machine that does that? Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm showing you here have entered every profession. Look at how it's building, molding a block. This is what I'm trying to explain. Some of us that have different shops in different locations, you are complaining there is no market. The reason is simple, because people can order anything they need today with your phone. Amazon retail store, number of employees, 0. So, which profession do you call that has not been affected? Hear this very, very well. I'm a medical doctor by profession today, but today, even we have laser surgery, robotic surgery. You know that robotic surgery is more precise, more than skilled doctors. A robot will never be tired of doing surgery. A robot will never will never look for salary. Human being will be looking for it. That means the new generation hospitals today will be looking for a robot. Now, let me tell you, ask a question. As the world is shifting, which level are you? Can you catch up with the time and season? Now, hear this very, very well. The position you see yourself financially today is as a result of what you know. You don't not have the understanding of time and season. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this carefully. And we are still thinking that we are still in the Industrial Revolution, era of go to school, get a good grade, get a good qualification. Now, hear this. Whenever any new revolution starts, it is either you update or you outdate. Your income must shift. If you are wondering why you are at the level you are today financially, it's simply because you've been outdated where the world is. Do you know that the same time you are complaining, the same time the richest people in the world, they are making more in excess. The same time, as I speak to you people today, they interview one of the richest person in the world. They asked him, do you know whether you will get to where you are today? Do you know what he said? He said that he knew, but it wasn't fully killed. They asked him, so how do you know? Let me tell you what he said. Do you know what he said? The best way to predict your future is to know where the world is going. You will go there and position yourself so that when others are arriving, you have moved. Ladies and gentlemen, today as I speak to you, the world is no longer in information revolution. Today, as I speak to you, the world have moved into a new revolution. And that new revolution is called what? Connected revolution. Whenever you hear the word connected revolution, is an era where you make money with your phone. You use your phone, you are making multiples of millions of income with your phone. That is an era where the world is. Is an era. If you check that, the richest people in the world, they make money with your phone. Now, listen carefully. After connected revolution, the next revolution coming is artificial intelligence. Connected revolution, time and season. And anybody that position himself in this era, let me let you know, that's the next person you will see. He's operating in a realm of wealth even you cannot explain. Some of us are still carrying certificates, looking for where they will get a job. And a revolution that has been outdated. Imagine, industrial revolution, and you are still moving around to look for a job. That is why you are the level you are. I'm here to explain to you that the world is no longer in industrial revolution. The world is in the connected revolution. And this thing started in 2020. If you check in the 2020, that was an era of lockdown. Most of us are in the house. We are crying that people will die, your things are hard. But guess what? Check the richest people in the world. They were making more money at that same time. I was making a lot of millions while inside my house. That is where the world is. Now, the question now is, what happens in connected revolution? And how do I benefit from it? It's an era where you use your phone. Guess what? You connect person to person with your phone, business to business, business to product, product to person, person to service with your phone and with a system attached to it. A system will enable you to connect, have that connection, and you are generating income. Let me give you an instance. This young guy, Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, this guy dropped out of Harvard School. Now, let me tell you, when he started this system called Facebook, he invited 5 of his friends to his hostel room. Only 2 people came. Those 2 people today, they are all billionaires. Their name is, you can check it online, Dustin and Eduardo. This guy created a system to connect person to person, person to business. Today, he's one of the richest person in the world. Do you know that you cannot compare this guy with Dangote? Dangote made his income through industrial revolution, but today, there is no comparison. Dangote is already a millionaire before Mark Zuckerberg was born, but today there is no comparison. Now, let's talk about Dangote. He made his income through industrial revolution. Do you know the number of trucks, factories, lorries, industry he has both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria? Do you know the number of offices he's had? Do you know the number of stars he had? Please, Mark Zuckerberg, please, where is his office in Nigeria? How many staffs does he have? But guess what? Look at his networks. That is the power of connected revolution. The whole world, as they are clicking, he's making money. You will check your Facebook. He will just suggest to you people you will know, people you may know. As you are adding people you know, he's making more money. Ladies and gentlemen, that is where the world is. Listen, let me show you more example of connector. Look at this young man, Travis Kalanick. Travis is the richest wealth transporter in the world. His net worth is like about $3 billion. Guess what? This guy does not have any boss. He doesn't have any taxi. But guess what? He created a system called Uber to connect people to taxi with your phone. So as he connects you to taxi, guess what? He will charge taxi money and take 25% of whatever he charges. That is where the world is. Let me show you more example. Jumia. Jumia connects you to product, the richest online shop in Africa. Look at more example. Brancheski created a system, Airbnb. Brancheski today is one of the richest hotelier in the world, connecting you to 5-star hotel. That is it. Let me show you more example. Linda Ikeji. They are all connectors, making money with your phone. In the current revolution, they are all billionaires. Who is the former richest person in the world? That's Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos has been the richest man in the world for almost 10 years until a young man called Elon Musk came and passed him. Why did Elon Musk pass this guy? Elon Musk jumped into the new revolution coming called artificial intelligence. That is why he passed him. Now, guess what? Jeff Bezos created a system called Amazon to connect people to products. You can shop anything you need through Amazon. Is not even one of those products belongs to Jeff Bezos. Now, let me let you know. He connects you to product you will go and buy. And guess what? He has a percentage. No, take note of this. Jeff Bezos does not talk to you. He doesn't convince you. He doesn't sell anything to you. But guess what? He's the richest, one of the richest man in the world. For your information, where is his office? Number of staff. How many? Nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, hear this. The billionaires of this world are connected. And what did they do? They created a system that enables them to connect you to something with your phone. And guess what? They are generating multiples of millions. I'm asking you today, what are you using your phone to do? You are using your phone to make calls. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I discovered. Guess what? I was working in 3 hospitals, struggling to make ends meet, and I discovered this. That was the change. Today, everything I've never achieved today, it has become a reality. And not just that, through the same vision, I have raised so many people today that are multi-millionaires, raising men and women that are successful. Instead of you depending on what? Thinking that education is the key. Yes, it was the key, but no longer today. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, the billionaires of this world are connectors. How do I become a connector? So that I can start generating income just like the richest people in the world are doing.